and welcome back to another video from Twisted Dice. No, we won't go with that.
I was like, what's going on here? We brought in Dr. Evil.
Welcome everyone to another awesome video from Twisted Dice. I'm Darren, and today me and John are going to be talking everything tactics about the Deathleaper. I know, I'm talking tactics.
Well, I don't know. We'll see whether you're talking tactics, Darren.
I'm just going to sit in the background and just pretend I know what I'm talking about. Yeah!
We brought you along for the ride anyway. So a
little bit of background about Ace. If you don't already know, or if you're new to the channel or you never met Ace, Ace is very, very good with the Tyranids. Tyranids is his big thing. Tyranids he's done very, very well with over the last, well, pretty much a lot of the tournaments you go with Tyranids, you do very, very well with them.
Yeah,
and you come up with some
definitely.
very, very interesting lists.
Yes. It's been a long, painful journey, but yeah, I do like to champion the bugs. They are my first love as far as from a 40k army. I've always preferred playing them than anything else, and I always end up going back to them. I kind of flirt with other armies, but I'll always go back to the Tyranids in the end because they are so fun, and I just love the models.
You just love a good old bug.
I do like a bug. But this video, it will be all around tactics. But if you would like to hear a little bit about the Deathleaper fluff and the story, because it is pretty cool, we've got a video that's just dedicated to that. And if you want to see that, we'll put a little link in the description, but we'll also put a card up now so you can click on that and you can go and see. Here. It might be up there somewhere as well, Darren.
It's up there, behind here, somewhere. It's somewhere here.
So if you're not interested necessarily in the kind of the tactics of this unit and you want to just kind of hear a bit more about the story, then, or you just want to hear that first, then jump over and watch that. It was a good fun video to make. But today we're going to focus on tactics, and if you like kind of tactics and you want to sort of see what it looks like on the battlefield, we've got loads of battle reports, so you can go and check out one of our previous battle reports, but we've also got loads of other types of videos as well, whether it be fluff, kind of army lists, whether it be painting tutorials, and we've also started putting our podcast on there as well. So there's loads of content for you to absorb and get involved in, and if you could hit that subscribe button, it helps us out tons. If you could click on that like, that little thumbs up, give us that cheeky thumbs up, that helps us out as well. And if you'd like to comment and let us know what you think about this video, or you've got other ideas of things that you want to hear, what you want to see, some things you don't like, some advice, whatever it might be, we're really keen to hear your thoughts and your points. We read every single comment, and on the whole, we will always try to reply to them as well. So please do chuck a little cheeky comment in. If you click the little bell button, the next time we release a video, you'll get a notification. That also helps as well. And please do share this video. Share it with your friends, share it with your dog, share it with your nan, with your mum, with your auntie, with the guy down the street you don't speak to, with your teacher, with your boss. Should share it with everyone, right, Darren?
Yeah, exactly. Tell your boss, listen, mate, I know you're not very good with tactics, and there's a video here that it's just solely for you and getting you well in verse with the Deathleaper. The Deathleaper is going to be your thing. You're going to be an expert at this at the end of this, and we recommend that you watch this. So the next time I come into the office, that we can talk about the Deathleaper.
That is exactly
If you haven't watched it, please don't come back in the office. I'm not interested in any conversation you may have unless you've watched this video about the Deathleaper.
That is right, exactly. And if you'd like to support us further, but just watching this is great, but if you'd like to support us further, then we have a Patreon service as well. The link will be in the description below. We've got so many cool stuff that's going on there. We will be giving away regularly models that we're going to be painting on our painting tutorials. We've got a dedicated Discord chat with so many amazing people, and we can't thank those guys enough because they do an amazing job supporting us. But yeah, if you want to be part of that, from $1 a month, you can part of the Discord server, but we've got some amazing perks as well. So I think we've sold enough, Darren. Let's go and talk about the Deathleaper and what he does on the table. Let's talk Deathleaper.
Let's talk Mr. Sneaky. Sneaky.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Deathleaper, not an HQ. So interesting. So he's a character, but he doesn't fill up one of your HQ slots. He sits in
Is
the
he a named
elite slot.
character?
He is a named character. Yeah. So you
So
can only have one of them.
That's a shame.
You can only have one. He is unique, but he is very, very cool. He's not expensive points wise. He's pretty cheap. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head how many points he is. I got told off for this in one of the other videos, so I'm not going to make a guess. But he's less than 100. He's more than 50. He's somewhere in the middle, Darren.
I'm going to say something around about 78.
He's about 65, 70, something like that. Anyway, so not particularly.
Again, it depends on when you watch this video, because there may be point changes.
Exactly. That's why we're doing it, Darren. That is why we're doing it. But yeah, so he's actually really reasonably points wise. He doesn't take up that many points, but he has some really cool, fun rules that make him quite effective. So what we're not going to do is not going to like stat by stat go into exactly what he does from that point of view. He's a lictor. So he's very strong. So he's got a good strength. He's strength 6. He's not particularly tough. So he's only got toughness 4. He's got a few wounds, so that's cool. So he will survive quite well. He has the character rule, so he can't be targeted unless he's the closest enemy. But let's talk about his core rules that make him really effective. And that is you always subtract 2 when you're trying to hit him. So that means in close combat or in shooting. So that means if you've got a ballistic skill of 4, you're going to struggle to hit the guy at all. So you're going to need serious weight of dice to be able to get anything through. Even if you're normally hitting on 3s, the likelihood is you'll miss a lot more than you hit. So that's pretty cool.
Of course, unless you're orcs, mate. We don't give them monkeys.
Well, orc shooting, absolutely. Orc shooting is always going to hit you on a 6 no matter what. But not everybody else's are. So that's the thing. So if you and that starts to kind of the ball rolling on some tricks you can play. So what you can do is you can cast, for instance, the horror, which gives you a -1 to shoot. And then that unit, quite often, if they're like Tau or something like that, they now can't hit the Deathleaper at all, which is awesome. Quite cool, right?
That is absolutely awesome.
So he can be a real troll and a nuisance. So one of his good uses is he can, for a start, he can deep strike. So, and he's a very, very small model. So what you can do is you've got that cheeky little objective that you want to claim, and you've got the rest of your force, which is up in the opponent's face, which is taking over ground all over the board. You can stick the Deathleaper on that little objective. He's then really difficult to deal with because 1, he's got that character rule, and 1, then he's got that -2. So he's suddenly a real pain to deal with, and he's getting you valuable points. If you're playing ITC missions, he's a great one to be able to, grab an objective and hold that objective down, to give you that hold 1 or potentially hold more. So for a very cheap investment in points, you've got something that is really effective at nipping in there. He'll get you behind enemy lines. He'll get you, all these crucial kind of key game-winning, objective-grabbing kind of things he can do. And that's one of his really big uses, one of the things that makes him really effective. So he's a lot of fun from that way. So you can use him like that, Darren. You can use him like that.
And to be fair, I think, because you've got to remember, the Deathleaper is not, even though he's like one of the best assassins out of the Tyranid side of things, his role necessarily isn't about killing. And, and exactly as you said there, it's all about gathering that vital intelligence. So in the mission type, if you're playing ITC and you need to get that extra objective, or if you're playing the cards and you need to grab objective number 2, his role is very, very key in, getting to those positions that you would normally struggle getting across the tabletop to get to. So, he does play that massive, great part there as well. And like the other thing that he does, and I think that a lot of people sometimes forget, it makes people panic. He really does start spreading the fear of God in your opposing force. So like the fluff side, if you haven't checked the fluff out already, please do, because it's awesome. But just like the fluff, if your opponent is knowing your guy's going to pop up somewhere, and all of a sudden they're huddled all together and they're like, oh yeah, we've got to be careful, and really hold themselves in, this guy is just going to be like, yeah, I've got you. They got you by the
Yeah,
short and curlies, like,
yeah,
and he's good for
yeah.
that.
Yeah, and he'll go into it, and that's the thing. Is it like if they've got a little outpost with some cheeky scouts holding an objective, the Deathleaper will quite happily go in there and mulch on them. He might not kill him in a turn, but they'll probably not do too much damage back to him because of the minuses.
Yeah.
And by turn 2, he's probably eating his way through them, and then he's sitting on that objective. So you have that. He can quite happily go in and do that job and like nibble on little soft areas, take key areas on the board and do a really effective job there. So that's his first job. His second job is with his newest skill and his newest ability. So the latest update for Tyranids, which was the Blood of Baal Psychic Awakening update, gave Tyranid players a very, very cool stratagem. And this stratagem, what it allows for 1 CP is it allows a lictor, so keyword lictor, which Deathleaper has. It gives them the ability to, when they turn up, when they appear out of the shadows, if you like, they can charge that unit, which they can normally. And the thing with that the lictor and the Deathleaper has is you can re-roll your charge when you're charging out of reserve, which is quite a cool rule. That helps because as an alt player, Darren, you know that cheeky charge helps, right? When you get a re-roll, right?
Well, yeah, and like yes, it does. It makes a big difference because if you roll a double one, that's kind of like,
yeah. But it gets better as an alt player. What do you really want when you're charging in? What particular clan do you want?
Well, of course, you want to get that +1.
You do. So this stratagem gives you a +1. So when you take the stratagem, you pay the 1 CP. Not only are you getting a reroll charge, but you're also getting a +1 to the charge, meaning you only need that 8 inches. But it gets better. Not only that, they also cannot overwatch you. So you can pay 1 CP. The Deathleaper turns up. He charges something on an 8-inch with a reroll. They can't overwatch. And that's where this strategy then becomes quite useful, because what he can do is he can go into something that maybe he's very good at shooting, but can't attack. So he can go in, he can just hold something up. So he can go into a gun line, stop them from shooting, hold them up in combat. They're struggling to hit him back while the rest of your force comes forward. Or he can charge in and then take that overwatch out of play. So then the next unit can then go in and can't do work without having to worry about being overwatched. So he's got that very, very cool. And because he's such a small footprint, you then don't have to really, they've really got to work to zone him out because he can pop up anywhere. So it's back to that fear factor. There's this cheeky little monkey. He's in your back line. Where's he coming? Where's he coming? Right?
That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. So like, if you pair him up like with the Gene Stealer cult and you're taking the Patriarch with the Void Worm, all of a sudden you've now got 2 units that can shut down Overwatch. Potentially you can have actually 3 because he can then cast a psychic spell off to go right. That unit shut down. He's going to go into that unit, so that unit shut down. I'm going to go into that unit, so that unit shut down. So all of a sudden you've got 3 overwatching things that's just going to be completely shut down, and that's quite scary, especially if you're like, I'm just thinking about the Tau, like if you've got those 3 things
I know exactly, right?
Like, wow, you nothing you can do to stop that.
No, so it's really, really good. He also has a very nice little cheeky little thematic rule, which very rarely comes up. I just want to cover it. He can get re-rolls against a character of his choice at the beginning of the game, and that reflects the real fluff of him kind of going into that kind of commander. If they've got something like if they're a guard player, they've got a little company commander that's at the back cowering for his buffs, for his whatever, the Deathleaper will shred that guy, and they've got to be really careful to kind of zone him out. So he's got that little ability as well. You don't tend to use it that much, but the real tactics for him is using one of those 2 things. So either he's getting you some real valuable points through scoring objectives. He's very hard to kill. He's very hard to target. And when you can target him, he's not easy to get rid of. Or you can use him more in an offensive manner and you can really kind of charge him in there. And then he really can take out a part of an army, either because they can't hit him and he can just troll them and stay in combat, or he can take the firepower out of the game so another key unit can then do the work. So he's got a really valuable use. And, quite often a unit like that will be in quite a lot of armies, but you have to make a bit of an investment in points. And the thing with a Deathleaper is you're not paying 150 points. You're not paying even 100 points for this guy. You're paying quite little investment in your points to have a unit in your army list that's really versatile. So this guy can do so much. He
So
can,
just a
he
little
can get you key
disclaimer there.
points.
If you are going to be watching this after a chap's approved and they decide he's worth 150 points, I do apologise.
I hope he doesn't go up that much, because that's a huge increase. That's like a double points if he goes over that. But look, I mean, you never know what games are actually going to do. So you might all listen to this down the road. But he really fits that role, and he fits his fluff amazingly. He's a disruption unit. Yes, he's never going to go in there and set the world on fire with masses of attacks that are shredding through key units. He's not going to do that. What he is going to do is he's going to play a really, really important job in your army. So I would definitely recommend the next time you're writing your list, save yourself enough points to put a Deathleaper in there. And mark my words, a lot of people will say, well, actually, hang on a minute, I'm going to spend 20, 30 points less, and I'm going to get myself a Lictor, because the Lictor can still do that stratagem. The Lictor's still quite hard to hit. The problem with the Lictor is the Lictor's not character. So the Lictor can get dealt with quite quickly. And the Lictor doesn't have the versatility to be able to know you've got it in your army list and you can do different things with him. The Lictor's very much, yes, you can do that one-trick wonder where you can charge in and stop an Overwatch and what have you. But then the Lictor's got like 2 or 3 wounds and he's dead. And, the Deathleaper actually has a much more of an important role within a list, but still for a very small investment of points. So I would recommend stay away from the Lictor, spend those extra points on the Deathleaper and have a lot of fun with either trolling your opponent or just having great fun with this guy, because he's just such an effective unit. I brought him in my LVO list, and I do not regret taking him. He's such a small investment in points. He doesn't play a key part in my army. He's not he's not going to be the game breaker most of the time. What he is he's a unit which gives me the flexibility to be able to do quite a lot. So yeah, he won't be the all-star. He's not an all-star. But what he is, he's a really useful piece of that puzzle. So I heavily recommend him.
If you haven't already, go out and buy one now.
Yeah, and just convert, like, reality is, get yourself if you've got a Lictor, just do a little bit of conversion work. Even if you've got a Gene Stealer, you could probably like kit bash something up. Maybe that's a video for you for the future, Darren.
That's not a bad shout, not a bad shout. If you have really done, now we've already put this in the fluff video, but if you have done some really, really cool conversion work on your Lictors or even your Deathleaper, come join us on Facebook. Come find out the Twisted Dice page or the group. The group, you can come and share some of your cool stuff. So if you have done some cool conversion work, we'd love to see it. Or even if you've done an awesome paint job, maybe like in blending out, or drop some, come on the page, come share your work. I need some inspiration because I want to do some cool conversion work for my Tyranid list when I get around to doing it, which is not going to be long. And share because we'd love to see it.
We would, and if we're missing something, because obviously I love my Tyranids and I do know them really well, but everybody plays their army differently, and everyone has their own tactics. And I learned so much and I have done through the years from listening to other people's kind of experiences. So share your thoughts on the Deathleaper, on what you've used him for, what's worked, what hasn't worked, because your comments will really help other people, and it'll also help me, and it will definitely help Darren as he goes back into Tyranids in the future. So let us know what you think about the Deathleaper. And also if there's a unit that you would like to see us cover in the future, whether it be Tyranids or whether it be another faction. I know that Darren is absolutely biting at the bit to get onto some alt tactics. So that will come really, really soon, guys. So you haven't got to wait too long. But if there's a unit you want to see us cover, or even if you want to see someone else cover it, if you want to see, Simon, you want to see, Captain Whack, you want to see Franco, you want to see any of the boys cover any of their key units, let us know in the comments below. We'll get them on and we'll make it happen. But for this video, that's it for us today, Darren. Any last words for you before we call it a day?
No, I think that's it. I think you've nailed it on the head. Thanks for watching. We really do appreciate it.
We'll see you soon, guys.
Already, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, which helps us out massively. And we're trying to get to that magical number of 10,000. And if you can support us in any way and us get into that magical number, that'd be absolutely awesome. But for me, thank you very much, and hopefully we'll catch you all again very, very soon on another battle report soon-ish, once the lockdown's finished. I was going to say, yeah, battle report next week. Yeah, ain't going to happen.
No.
But as you can see,
we'll see you soon though, guys, right?
We'll speak to you all soon. Cheers for watching.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye for now.